All right, hey guys, it's Miss Moore here, back with a quick little highlight of getting through some distributive property using the two things we've done the last 2 days. You did distributive property, you've watched some things over that, we've done it all year long. Also reviewed some of the exponent rules with if I multiply, I really add those exponents if they have the same base. What we're going to do is put that together today with distributive property. So if I go and look at the first one, and again, all these problems are on the website. You can stop and pause and watch them over again to make sure you understand what's going on. But just make sure that I multiply the first term by everything inside. So if I multiply 3 times, there's a pretend 1 out there, I'm going to get 3. And then if I start with 1x and I get 2 more, now I have 3 x's, so 3x to the third. And then plus 3 times 3 would be 9. And then I just have that 1x. They both have x's, but they have different exponents, so that's as far as I can go and add those. If we're going to look at the second one, again, I have one term out in front. It's going to be multiplied by everything inside. So when I multiply x squared times x to the third, they have the same base. I add those exponents. I get x to the fifth. And then plus, again, if you want to, you can put a 1 out in front. 1 times 4 says that's going to become a 4. And then again, add those exponents. So 2, and there's again an imaginary 1 that mathematicians are lazy. We don't write. So 1 plus 2 makes that x to the third. And again, can't add those together. Done. If I go and look at number 3, this one's going to say I have an x out in front and I have a negative, which means this sign's going to become a negative and that sign's going to become a positive. So just think about that. Go back and check it. So if I multiply negative 1 times 1, I get negative. And then I start with, again, 1x, I get 3 more. Now I have x to the fourth. If I multiply negative times a negative, that's going to make that now a positive. And again, add those exponents. 1 plus 2 is to the third. They're both x's, but they don't have the same exponents, so I cannot add those together. That's it. That one's simplified. If we're going to look at number 4, this one says I got this one term, and I got to multiply by all the ones inside. So if I multiply 7 times 3, that's going to be 21. I do that operation, and I say, well, I had 2 x's. Now I have 2 more, so now I have 4 of them. 7 times negative 3 is going to be negative 21, and then x to the third. And then 7 times 7, that's going to make that 49, and then x squared. There's no more x's put in there, so that's as far as that one can go. If we're going to look at 5, that one, again, I have one term out in front. That's called a monomial, fancy word there. Then if I go and multiply, negative 9 times 2 is going to be negative 18. And I wind up with, I have 2 x's, I get 2 more, so now I have x to the fourth. Negative 9 times negative 3 would be positive 27, x to the third, and then minus 27, x squared. Again, multiply what's out in front. Make sure I changed all those signs too. Okay, this was a positive, now it's negative. That was negative, now it's positive. And that one was positive, now it's negative. Just go back and look at some of those things. If I go and look at number 6, this one again only has one term out in front, that monomial. So I go and multiply. 4 times 3 is 12. And then I add those exponents together. Again, there's a 1 there. And if you keep on forgetting that, put it in there until it gets stuck in your head. Then minus another 12, because 4 times negative 3 is going to be 12. Just make sure it's negative. And then again, I have 3 x's, so that's what I have there. 4 times negative 3 is negative 12. And then I have 1, and I get 1 more. That's going to make that x squared. And then 4 times 7 is going to be 28. And x. Not going to write x the first because we're smarter than that. On 7, again, there's one term out in front, so I go and multiply that all the way through. So negative 12x to the fifth. Negative 4 times 3 is negative 12. Add those exponents together, x to the fifth. Negative 4 times negative 4, that's going to be positive 16, and then x to the fourth. Negative 4 times negative 3, that's going to be positive 12, and then x to the third. And then negative 4 times negative 1 is positive 4, and that becomes x to the squared. Again, all those x's are different, so I can't add them together. There's no equal sign, so there's nothing to solve for. I'm just trying to simplify. On the next one, now I have 2 parentheses. and I have numbers out in front of both of those. So now when I multiply, I'm going to get 3x squared plus 6x. So I multiply there. Then I go and multiply over here. So plus 4x to the third minus 12x squared. Now, on this one, look at my exponents. I have an exponent of 2, 1, 3, and 2. Well, out of those numbers, the biggest number is the 3 as my exponent. So I should really write that first. I should have the 4x to the third first. And then these are both the same, so I can put them together. And that one makes the most sense to come next because they're both squareds. After 3 comes 2. So 3 minus 12 is going to be negative 9. So negative 9x squared and then plus 6x. Can't go any further than that. Done. If we go and look at number 9, you know me, I can't count. I had 10 for a second. So if I go through and I multiply, again, 4 times x squared is going to be 4x to the third. 4x times 3 is going to be minus 12x. Then over here, when I go and multiply, I get 3x to the third plus 24x. And again, I have some similar terms. I can put those together. And the highest exponent there is the 3. So I'm going to put those together first. If I add these together, because they both have the x to the third, 4 plus 3 is 7. And then keep that x to the third. And then I have negative 12 plus 24. That's going to be 12x. That's my answer. Again, there's no equals, nothing to solve for, so I don't need to go to Desmos, nothing. Just finish. And then this is my last one. Again, I have 2 parentheses, so I'm multiplying by 2 different things. So in the first one, I multiply everything by 2x. So I have 2x squared minus 16x. There's my first one. Then over here, when I go and distribute, I get negative x squared minus 3x. Again, make sure I went and changed those signs. And then these are my like terms. 2x squared minus x squared is just x squared. And then negative 16 minus 3 is negative 19, and then x. And again, that's as far as I can go there. Okay, so today, just make sure that we're putting all those rules together for distributing. Make sure that I multiply the number out in front by everything inside. Make sure I multiply correctly. And when I have those variables, if they have the same base, I can go and add those exponents together. If you have any questions, don't be shy. Send me a comment on Google Classroom and I'll help you out. Have a great day.